Hello. I am having a really. It's like, okay, hear me out. For starters, I've already like sobbed twice today, so if I look busted, that's why. Um, Today's gonna be a really small stream because I just I've had a day, man. I've had a day. Um, I guess it started last night. I'm just gonna tell you, like you're just gonna listen to me vent for about it for a minute. Because, like, technically, nothing has gone atrociously wrong. Technically, everything's fine. But the way that my body's just interpreting what's going on today is not, I'm not having a good time. I may start crying again, but besides the point. So yesterday, after the stream, fun stream, good stream, um, I don't know what came over me, but I was like, yo, I'm gonna be so motivated right now. I'm gonna rearrange my damn living room. Because, like, for a while, I had been wanting to put, because the way my living room is like the TV is up against a wall. Um, the couch is in the middle of the living room, and that way there's like plenty of walkway between the like dining section, wherever my kitchen island is. There's plenty of area between that and then going into the kitchen, right? Um, but I had thought, like, what if? Because I have a fireplace. I'm not gonna use a fireplace. It's so hot here, right? And so I was like, what if I just put stuff up at like metal, like my disc plates? I have metal disc plates. What if I put that up against the fireplace, move my TV over there, and then move my couch, right? So when you walk in the front door, you're not just like leaning over the couch behind you, going, "Who's there?" It's you just look over, right? I had this whole plan in my head, and I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be great." So I scooped up the rug, my Star Wars rug, which Thor threw up on, like I told you, and I hadn't cleaned it yet because I'm depressed. I don't know. So the good thing about the Star Wars rug is it peels off and you can wash it in the washer. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get ready to do that. I'm gonna get ready to do that. And then I went down and somebody just had their clothes in the wash. I was like, okay, I'll set like a timer until their clothes are done, and then I'll wait like 10 minutes, and then I'll go down and put my clothes in the wash. Which ended up not happening because they just left their clothes in the wash. And so I was like, all right, I guess I'll do my laundry tomorrow. So I had all of my laundry in the trunk of my car because I didn't want to lug all that back up. Um, anyway, so, uh, right, so I start rearranging the whole living room, and I move the couch, and only the couch. Like, I cleaned, or I like sweeped, Swiffered, moved everything out of like the middle off the couch, all blah 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 blah. Took all the cushions off, and then I started moving the couch. And then I pushed it up in the area that I wanted. My couch is big. My couch is big. Like, I knew it's been big, but like it's it's big. And so I moved it, and there was like this much space from the kitchen island and the couch. And so, like, when you're walking through, you'd have to like be like a snake and like move in like an S. And so I was like, well, damn, that sucks. But I was like, okay, well, maybe it won't be that big of a deal. Like, so let me walk in and see what it looks like. And it did look nice and open, but it looked like it just kind of cut off the kitchen. It cut off access to the kitchen. And so I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. So I thought about it for a little bit, tidied up some more, thought about it a little bit more, and then I was like, eh. So moved everything back. And then I added like strip lighting because I ordered it on Amazon. I thought it looked really cool, and I was like, oh man, imagine watching like Star Wars on that. So I added strip lighting to the back of my TV, and it's gonna react to like music, movie, TV show, whatever I can plug it into with my phone. So I was like, man, I was so excited for it, right? So I did it. I did it right. So smart. Let's go. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put on Star Wars because that's what I want to like react to, right? And so I put it on, and I put on episode 3, and I got to the part with Count Dooku and stuff because I knew that was gonna be like a battle there, and also Hayden Christensen. Um, so I put it on, and I sat there for like 45 minutes. Not, it wasn't that long. It was like 30 minutes. And then I was like, I'm straight up watching this movie. I have stuff to do. What am I doing? So I'm like rushing around, cleaning, picking up stuff, did Thor's litters, tidying, put everything, like the couch back together, got all the laundry grouped up, the rest of the laundry grouped up together, everything prepared. And then I looked at the time and it was like 11:30. And I was like, damn, what the hell? And I was like, okay, I'll go to bed in like 15 minutes. But first, I'm going to sell some stuff on like Facebook Marketplace or whatever, because I've had like stuff that I want to take to Goodwill, but some of it I just want to go to a good home, That sounds stupid, but like I'm sentimental, I guess. And so I posted on like Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and that took forever too. And so then I was like, okay, time to go to bed. La 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 la. So then I go get ready for bed, and I climb in bed, and I just knock out. Like I'm out. And it's like 1 at this time. But before I went to bed, I was like, oh my god, I didn't do any of the things I was supposed to do today. I was supposed to write letters and do doodles, like color doodles. I didn't do any of that. I just rearranged my living room for like 3 hours. What was wrong? Why did I do that? And so then I was like mad at myself. Then I went to sleep. This morning, I set the alarm to go off at 9 because I was gonna allow myself to snooze, right? I'll keeping up. Say yes if you're keeping up. So I allowed. This is where the fun begins. All right. So in LA, a lot of closets are not walk-in closets. They just have like mirrors, or they have like flimsy wood closet doors, right? And in those closets, there's usually just like a pole of painted over wood in there to hold your clothes up. And it's just like hot glued on both sides. One side has like a hook on it. Anyway, I have 2 of those in the bedroom. One on the left side, one on the right side. They're both connected, but like super long. Great. Nice closet. Good mirrors, I usually sleep with like the door kind of open so Thor can get in, because sometimes he likes to sleep in like really enclosed places. I don't know. So this morning at 8 o'clock, I was abruptly awoken with a loud crashing sound. And my first thought is Thor broke my damn lamp, because he's been jumping, those like square lamps that have like shelves in it? It used to be in the background of my streams, but it's in the bedroom now. Thor's been jumping in there lately, and so I thought he broke the lamp. And so I shot up out of bed, and I don't have my contacts in, I don't have my glasses, and I look over. The lamp is there. And I was like, where's Thor? Because of course it's going to be his fault, I look down, he's at my feet, just woken up too, and he looked at me like. So then I looked over in the closet, and all of my clothes were falling down with the pole. And I was like, no shit. Are you kidding me? And so I get up, go into the bathroom.
Hello there.
Hello there. Put in my contacts, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Because, like, I have a lot of clothes, yes. Should it have been able to hold my clothes? Yes. Because I didn't hang anything heavy. I know it's like, oh, it's going to be heavy eventually. But I didn't hang, like, all of my sweaters and all of my hoodies. I fold and I put in a side closet that I have. It's only just holding dresses, shirts, long sleeve shirts, and, like, 2 cosplays. And so, like, is it heavy? Yes. Should have been able to hold it? Yes. And so I was like, what the fuck just happened? So I get up and I go look at the damage, and there's the damage. There's the damage. Was like luckily the pole on the right side that has closed is still hanging in there. Not by much. You want to see what it's hanging in there by? You want to see? It looks like they just put these in and then painted them over. That's what the other one looks like. It's not looking good. This is the part that snapped. Completely came off. Shattered. This is one side of what it looked like in my closet. All the clothes had fallen down. Here's the bit where it ripped off. And here's the this is what I woke up to, was just them falling. Technically, this is what I woke up to. I took a picture and I sent it to my friend, Adam, and he was like, "Did you take that on a calculator? Why does it look so bad?" And I was like, "Bro, this is all I can see." Anyway, so yeah, that was what I woke up to, and that was the starter of my day, and then I go on my phone because I was like, all right, I'm gonna come up with the text, gonna text my landlord, you know, and then I see I have like a ton of messages on the marketplace or whatever, and got a blast. Okay, bye. So I have a ton of messages, and so I open the messages, and it's people like, keep in mind, I'm like getting rid of stuff for like $1 because I wanted to go to a nice place, you know. One of them I'm selling for $0. Like, you just gotta come get it. Like, you know, anyway. And so I had a ton of people going, is this for sale still? And I was like, yes, of course. And they're like, how much is it? And I'm like, Beastly, thank you for subscribing with your Twitch Prime. Thank you, thank you. But they're like, how much is it? And I'm like, a dollar. Like I said, it was $1, you know? And then they're like, where are you located? I'm like, I put where in where you pick it up. And so I would give them late stream time. I don't. Hi, Jewel. So I in like the thing I'm selling, it has where I'm located to sell it, right? And so they go, where are you located? And I'm like, I give them the zip code. And they're like, where exactly are you? I need your exact location. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, I gave you a zip code. Like, that, because they're like, oh, it may be too far from me. So giving a zip code should be fine. Because LA is made up of, like, lots of little sanctions, you know? And so I was like, this isn't worth the effort for $1. Like, and then, dude, someone messaged me and they're like, you know, gave all the questions stuff. And so then I thought of an idea. There's a grocery store I used to go to. And so I was like, oh, I'll just drive out to that grocery store because I know it's safe there. And I'll pretend that, like, you know, oh, I just came out of the grocery store. I don't know. And so I gave them that address. And they're like, that's too far. Can you just bring me the thing? And I was like, you want me to drive to you so you can pay me $1 for this thing that I'm... And so I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to step away from work. And they're like, it's just the traffic is too bad. And I'm like, so you're gonna make me go through it? So anyway, I was dealing with that. And then one guy, I was selling a bunch of like anime DVDs, and one guy messaged me, and he was like, hey, can I get those? And I was like, sure. And then, are you aware that many police and fire stations actually have various systems for trying to use them safely? I mean, I figured grocery store is pretty safe, you know? I mean, I'm getting there, but, so it was safe. But anyway, so this guy was like, oh yeah, I'll take those DVDs, like, where are you located? And so, I just sent him the grocery store, and he was like, oh, can you ship them? I live kind of far. And I was like, then how did you find this? Like, because I set it to just LA, you know? And so I was like, no, sorry, I can't ship it. It doesn't go with my... Because I was selling, like, a lot of DVD, like, a lot. And so I was like, that doesn't work with my schedule. I'm so sorry. And they were like, fuck it. I'm going to come get it. And I was like, well, damn. Okay. And so then I was like, cool. Well, shit, now I gotta drive. No, it was like an hour and a half. So he did have to go on a long drive. And so then I had to drive to the grocery store, which is, you know, kind of far from me because I didn't want people to, like, you know. And so then I get to the grocery store on time, and then I'm carrying out. I have a huge bag of all the DVDs, and he shipped them to the check eBay. I know, dude. It doesn't make any. Anyway, so then I'm like scurrying over. I have this big old bag, and he's like, "Oh, I'm in this car," and I'm looking around, and I'm like, I don't see this car, and I'm like, "Oh my god, please just be a real person." He had a lot of good reviews though, like thumbs up or whatever. Anyway, so I was like looking around, and he goes, "Oh, are you wearing red shoes?" And I was like, "Yes," because I'd said like I have a big bag. And I was like, "Yes." And so I turn, and like there's this older guy going, "You definitely lost money." Oh yeah, I mean I had a ton of DVDs. I was like, "Oh, $50, yeah, it's fine." The main thing is I just wanted them out of the house because because I checked his page and he just sells DVDs individually for $10, and I gave him like 60. So did I lose out on money? Yes. Did I want them out of the house? Yes. So in the end, I got $50. That's gonna pay for my gas because gas is $7 fucking dollars. Gas is $7 fucking dollars right now. Can you believe? Why did it go back up? It was going down. Every gas station I have passed, it's like $6.95, $7.10. That's insane. And I have to refill the street oil reserve drain to drop prices. But like it's $7 for 87. Yes, that's per gallon. I'll take a picture of it next time. Oh, that was my. What was that alarm for? Oh, okay. Another thing about the thing. So I had a plush that I've had for a while, but I was like, oh yeah, $0. And someone messaged me, they're like, I'll have it. How much is it? And I was like, it's for zero, for free. I just wanted to go to a new home. They're like, wow, really? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, okay, can I come pick it up in like 3 hours? And I was like, yeah, sure. So time goes by, and they're like, hey, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do 3 hours. Can you make it at 6? And I was like, maybe I'd rather not go in the dark. And they're like, oh, well, if you can't do in the dark, we'll just see if it gets dark at 6, and then we'll just, we could do tomorrow. Like, I'm not gonna. It's for free. Why are you doing me like that? Anyway, so yeah, so we did the swap. It was great. He was chatty. He was a nice guy. And he was like, yeah, if you have any more DVDs, like, just let me know. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's because you're going to resell them for, like, a whole lot more. Anyway, so then I was like, okay, I need to go eat. So I went and I grabbed food, and I was just sitting in my car. And you know that like, TikTok or that GIF of the mouse that's, like, eating candy? And it plays, like, that song where it's like, doo, 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 doo. You know? It's like the mouse eating candy GIF. Mouse eating candy alone. Yeah, just Google mouse eating candy alone, and the GIF will come up. That was me eating in my car. Don't you have a good wallet? Yeah, well, that's the thing is I have like a bunch of clothes that I don't need anymore. Funny enough, not because of the whole thing crashed, but just because I collect a lot of clothes. But I have a big box of clothes that I was going to take to Goodwill. I just wanted to, make sure like plushies have like a nice home. I was like, yeah, I could sell some DVDs. That'd be cool. But anyway, so I was like, I thought I was like, being a little bit clever. I was not. I was not being clever. I was being stupid. But anyway, so I was eating in my car, being depressed and shit. And then I was like, okay, on to the next thing. So I went to my P.O. box. Which one of you? I went in there. Oh, because for one of you bought my artworks on my Etsy, so thank you. I appreciate it. And so I shipped that out today. But when I went in, they were like, I had like a little slip in my P.O. mailbox, which means I have to go to the front. And so I thought I was like going to get 2 packages. So I walk in and I hand him the slip, and I was like, oh, I need to buy this box to ship the thing. He looks at the slip and goes, oh, hold on. And he goes into the back, and there's a woman that works there. I've had the same PO box for like 7 years now, and she's been there since I have been going there, and so she recognizes me or whatever. Anyway, so the guy disappears for like straight up like 4 minutes, and I was like, can you not find it? And then I see him, and he goes, meet me by the door. And I was like, but I gotta ship my art. And then the woman goes, you got a lot of boxes. Like, he's back there with a lot of boxes. And I was like, what do you mean? And then he goes, you got a lot of boxes. And I was like, oh my God. And so I go over, there's like a dolly. He's got all these Amazon boxes on a dolly. And I was like, what? What? And so I was like, okay. And he goes, yeah. And then you have all these. And he held up a ton of like Amazon packages of like the bags. And I was like, he goes, you're going to have to do 2 trips. And I was like, yeah, looks like it. And he goes, okay, well, you need to bring the dolly back. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to take your dolly. Okay. So I was like, yeah, I'll take these and I'll come back and I'll get, give you the dolly, and then I'll get the packages. And he's like, okay, yeah, that works. So now I get it. And keep in mind, I'm on a meter. And so I have like 20 minutes left. And so I'm like booking it with the cart. So I get there, I'm chucking boxes in my car, being like, oh, I hope no one bashes my window, because like I can't put them in the trunk. You know what's in the trunk? All of my laundry. And so I was like throwing them in the back, closed the door, locked it, got the dolly. Keep in mind, this dolly's as big as me. So I'm like, come back with the dolly, and then I kind of go over and I like wave him over to go to the door. He opens the door, I hand him the dolly, he hands me all the packages, and he's like, that's a lot. And I was like, yeah, it's almost my birthday, so they may be for my birthday. And he goes, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. He goes, oh, I was gonna say you should give me your credit card so I could hold on to or so you wouldn't go with the dolly, but yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, what? Like, nani? I think he was trying to make a joke, but it was just really poorly timed. And so then I get all the bags, and he's like, are you going to be like, okay, carrying that? And I was like, yeah. So I got all the bags like this. I'm going back to my car, chucking them in the car. I looked on the meter and it said I had 7 minutes left. And I was like, I got 7 minutes to ship the art. So then I go in, I'm like folding the box. I have no clue how to fold this box, so I'm trying my best. So like folding the box. So whenever you get the box, I don't know if you're here watching, but when you get it, I hope it held up. So then like I was like folding up and I was writing like the address and stuff on it, and like this, which art did he sell? Coot is gone. See ya, Coot. This older guy was like waiting, and he goes, you can go in front of me. And I was like, oh, thank you. So I walk over and I'm like, I need to ship this. And it was that I was with the woman. And then she kind of chuckled. She goes, did you get all your boxes put away nice and safe? And I was like, yeah. She's like, do you need to buy stamps? And I was like, no. Because she knows. Anyway, so then I ship it off, and she's like, okay, have a good day. And I was like, okay, thank you. So then I go out to the car. I sit there for a second, and I go, I'm going home. Because I also needed to go to 2 grocery stores, as well as Dick's Sporting Goods. And at first, I started off vlogging all of this, because I thought it'd be like a day, you know? But then, as I was driving home, I was just kind of like, well, not really home, but like in the direction so I could go to get all this stuff on the way home. But I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go home. So I get home, and when I park, I was like, oh, laundry. So I go over, hey, look, all the laundry stuff is open. So I start doing my laundry, just chucking it in, and then close it. I'm like, okay, go upstairs. And I'm like, okay, yes, I did make it in 7 minutes. I was super fast. So then I get inside and I'm like, okay, shit. I have to text my landlord today. Like, I literally have to text my landlord today, which means I need to clean everything. And so I go into the bedroom and I start tidying up, and I start cleaning. I put clothes in here and I put clothes in there, and I just start tidying it up, and I start doing everything. And then I come in the living room, I start tidying up everything in here. And then I come in here, I try to start tidying up everything in here. And I go to the bedroom again, and I sit there for a second, and I just start crying. So I just start crying because I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And it has felt, I mean, now obviously it's not 3 o'clock, but at the time it was like 3 o'clock, and it felt like 3 o'clock for like 5 hours. I was to be that guy right now, but I had a label printer and pay for the shipping online, so when I walk up, so I just don't buy something I don't have to wait in line. The line's not usually too bad at my PO box. It's not the big of a deal. But that is probably a smarter move. But so, because like I had been driving all day, I'd been messaging weird people all day, and then I had like stuff that was supposed to happen didn't happen. My closet just shattered. Like that took a ton. Y'all want to see my bed right now? I did eat. I ate an acai bowl, which was very delicious. And I was like, I need energy, so I like went and got it. This is my bed right. Actually, now it has more stuff on it, but this is my bed right now. It's got all of that stuff, all of my clothes, just piled on it. And so I was like, I gotta, mess my lips. I just running back and forth. I had to hand wash stuff in the tub because it required it to be hand washed. And so I was like, well, shit, like, I can't, okay, I'm going to hand wash it in the bathtub. But because it's a blanket and it soaked up all the water, it got really heavy. And so I was like trying to wash it in the tub, and I had to get my hands and feet in there, just like Thor, making mashed potatoes. And then I had to take the trash out because the trash was stinky. I had to take out the recycling because the recycling was too much. And then I had to throw away my old monitor because I was like, well, it's broken. I'm not even going to deal with it. I'm just going to get rid of it. And then I paid some of my taxes, and then I organized my landlord's mail because I still get his mail for some reason. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to come up with, a text. Ours are cheap. They have like 4 settings, and it's like hot, cold, delicate, semi-hot. I don't even know if they're real. I think they're all the same thing. Anyway, and so then, oh my god, what else did I do? All this whole time I've been like doing laundry too, and then, oh, I was talking to my friend Damon because we've been talking about going to TwitchCon together for like the last 2 weeks, and so then, I go to TwitchCon because I think, hey, it'll be fine. TwitchCon sold out completely. And so I was like, oop, Damon, we're not going to go to TwitchCon. And he's like, oop. And I was like, oop. So see you at TwitchCon. He used to live in the apartment, you get drunk, magic, his owner. Both. But anyway, so then I was like, just so tired. I don't feel good in the sense of like emotions, not, external. I also had to clean the trash can because it smelled like cat litter because I was stupid last night and I scooped like a little bit of cat litter and put it in the trash can. So I was like, oh, I'll take it out tomorrow. But it made like the actual can stink, and so I had to clean that, which was not fun. Then I did all the dishes, hand washed dishes. Then I had to clean the sink because there was like a corner that looked like a little questionable. So I like had to get all the baking soda and the vinegar, and I had to do, And then I was like, I have to stream. I have to continue, 22 Days of Kate. And I started sobbing even harder because I'm so tired. And like tomorrow's gonna be a sponsored stream with HelloFresh, and we're gonna order food and we're gonna do stuff, and like, but now too, like I haven't heard from the person who, nope, I haven't heard from the person who wants the $0 plushie. Like, I'm tempted to just delete my whole Facebook Marketplace account. Would that do anything? What if I just mark everything as sold and then I just take it to Goodwill instead? Is that possible? They can't give me a bad review, could they? They've left me on red for like 5 hours anyway. Anyway, so I was like, okay, well, I have to stream. What am I going to stream? And I was like, I could do like a little bitty baby stream, tell y'all about my day and how chaotic and bad it was. Because this is the thing, it's not bad. Like, it's not bad. It's just not great. you know? And like I don't feel good. Like I don't want to talk to any of my friends right now because I don't want to be like Debbie Downer, you know? Because I'm having like a shit day. Not bad, just a lot. Yeah, it's exhausting. And I was like, oh, like because I got the extension cord, so I was able to plug those in. But then I was started crying because I was like, no, because if I do that, people are gonna clip my dumpy. Because I have to like turn around and do stuff, you know? And people are gonna clip it and they're gonna make it weird. It's just, listen, I'm the type of person where like if I'm really happy, cry. Really mad, cry. Really sad, cry. Feeling nothing, cry. Like sometimes I see Christmas lights and it makes me cry because it makes me happy, but it also makes me sad. I'm a very confusing person. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Anyway, I'm very tired. There's a lot of stuff that I still have to do. I have to color. I have to write letters. I need to put the Goodwill stuff in my car. I need to go to the grocery store. I need to put away laundry. I need to clean out that storage thing. I need to clean the bathroom. Need to put the rug back down. I have a lot of stuff that I have to do, and I don't want to do it. I have to. But I don't want to. I'm so tired. Just tired, you know? And it's also too, like, I want a pizza. But I didn't go to the gym today. But, like, I feel like that's, you know, the, how do I put this lightly? When I say Anna, do y'all know what that is talking? Do y'all know what that talks about? I feel like that's Anna talking. Because, like, you don't have to work out every time you eat something. You know? Like you it's not like you have to, oh, like I worked out so I can reward myself with food. That's not how that works. But sometimes that's how my brain says it is, and I need to stop doing that. Because I've been wanting a pizza all day. Seems good. Seems like a good idea. But I'm also just very tired, and my landlord hasn't gotten back to me. But he also is probably, I don't know, doing business stuff. I'll leave it stuffed crust. Stuffed crust in itself is a meal, you know? Because, like, I don't really like pizza crust all that much because it's just bread. Like, they don't really add anything to it. It's just bread. But stuffed crust has cheese in it. Or Domino's. Do y'all remember when Domino's changed their recipe in, like, 2010? Because Domino's used to suck. Like, it was cardboard with ketchup and, like, sprinkled foot cheese. That was Domino's. And then in, like, 2009, 2010, they're like, we changed our recipe. It's out the window. And my dad was like, hey, do you want to order Domino's? And we were like, no, it's nasty. And he's like, no, 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 no. I saw a commercial. It's different now. And we're like, okay, you could try. And then we ordered it, and it was the best pizza. It was so good. Because you know what they did? They changed everything. They changed their dough, their sauce, their cheese. They put buttered garlic spread, Parmesan, butter garlic Parmesan spread on the crust. And it was like hot and fresh and like warm and gooey. It was so good. And then that disappeared. So, I mean, it was nice while it lasted. But I'll never forget sitting down and I was like, this isn't Domino's. Like, there's no way. Because do you remember Domino's was awful. It was so bad. Pizza tastes like cardboard. You're not wrong. Aren't you on data? What are you doing? Pizza Hut is not the best nowadays. Do you remember going to Pizza Hut and they'd have like the personal pan pizzas because we were kids? and like it was like deep dish but also personal pan, but like the crust was like crunchy and buttery. I want that again. That was so good, and they don't make it an adult version. Oh, I'm so glad y'all remember it. Holy shit. I thought I was making it up, you know? I thought I straight up was making it up the whole time. Um cuz like now you can get like that, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Was it only good cuz we were kids, or was it actually good? I think it was actually good. I think it was actually good. Cuz I remember it. Why not make it yourself? That's what. See, that's the thing. Balthor's here. That's the thing. So going back to what Nate said, cosmic brownies. I was like, they used to be so good as a kid, but then I got them as an adult, and I bit into it, and I was like, I mean, it's all right, but it's not like amazing, right? And so I made them myself, and when I made them myself, they were so much better. And so you could be onto something. But also too, I have like a. This is gonna sound weird. I have like a fear. I'm having deja vu right now. I've had this dad bay. The deja vu is still going. I've said that before. Oh good, you survived the DVD trade-off. I did. How much you get? $50. I have hella DVDs. Well, I know a guy. He said if I ever have more, let him know. He resells them though. He was this guy, oh, cause I had like 60 of them, and 19 he resells them. That's what his page said. Anyway, thank you for breaking my deja vu, Kiwi. That helped. What was I talking about though? Not me on Twitter. Kiwi, I need you to respond immediately right now. What year did you graduate in? High school or college? Both. Nope, took too long. Took too long. Kiwi's not 25, confirmed. 2016 high school. 2020 college. Asking what years I graduated based his answers off of. I'm old for my year. Yeah. Well, the thing is I graduated high school in 2011. So. Now I'm 25. Math checks out. That is math. Now, he still took too long. I have doubts. Anyway, pizza. What was I talking about with pizza? Domino's is good, but then it wasn't. Class of 2011. What up? Heck yeah, class of 2011. Let's go. I fell asleep and I fell over when I stood up. I didn't fall too far. It's like, what? 3 feet? Crust, personal pan. Oh, my fear of pizzas. So a long time ago, I do believe I was 13. I'll kill you. Please do. I'm tired. So I think I was 13. And my family had like a stomach bug, but they were getting over it, but me and Garrett didn't get it, right? So my mom was tired, so she just put in like a personal, like just like a pizza that you get from the freezer, popped it in the oven, pulled it out, and then, you know, gave it to Garrett and I. And just thinking about this makes me feel nauseous. Anyway, so we eat the pizza, we drink Coke, you know, whatever, you know, just goes with, soda goes with pizza. And then we're just like playing, and all of a sudden I start feeling kind of queasy. And I was like, it's just anxiety. You know, it's just anxiety. And so then, did you tell a story? I have no idea. I may have. So then I start feeling queasy, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, distract myself. So I went to play piano, and then I was like, no, no, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. And so I go into my bedroom, and I go in my bed, and I put the trash can right by my bed, because I was like, prepared, right? Sure enough, I don't feel good. But then, right before it happened, I just went, Mommy! Because I knew it was coming. And ever since then, I haven't been able to eat oven pizza. Even as an adult. Oh, did I tell you? Okay, so my mom, whenever people get sick, she cleans things with bleach. And turns out, when things are just dirty, she cleans with bleach. Um, but it traumatized me as a kid because because so when I went to Texas last, um, Riley, because Riley's very old. He's 15 now. Sometimes he has little poop accidents. He doesn't mean to, but sometimes it just kind of comes out because he's very old. And so she cleans it, cleans it up, and then cleans the ground with bleach. Um, and so she gets ready to clean, and she looks at me, and she was like, "You're not gonna freak out, are you?" And I don't remember anything, right? So I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You're not gonna freak out because I have to clean with bleach." And I was like, "Why would I freak out about you cleaning with bleach?" She goes, "Ugh, well, when you were a kid, I guess I would always clean with bleach when someone was sick. And then one time you came home from school and I had just cleaned, and you're like, who got sick? And you had like anxiety for the whole week." And I was like, I don't remember that. And she's like, "Are you going to be okay then?" And I was like, "Yeah, it should be fine." The best part, so she started cleaning, and I smelled it, and my whole body got nauseous, like so nauseous. And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like it, I hadn't smelled, because I've cleaned with bleach. I don't know what like she uses. It's something with bleach, but my whole body was just like, no, like traumatized. And I was like, I can't tell her that it's making me feel this way. And so I was like, I'm gonna go take Riley on a walk. And Mom was like, okay. So I was like, ooh, it was rough. She doesn't know that though. So we'll just keep that between us. Core memory, dude. Lots of core memories, I guess. Because when I would try, because I've been afraid of throwing up my whole life, right? And so whenever Garrett would get sick, I would get sick. Whenever Gage would get sick, Garrett and I would get sick. And so it was just, ooh, not a good time. Anyway, changing the subject. Do you clean bleach, or like watered down? Oh, it's always watered down. You're not supposed to clean with just straight up bleach. Do y'all remember when I made that YouTube video though, when I was cleaning my toilet with toilet cleaner, and then I was like, hey, let's make the toilet even more clean by adding bleach to it. Don't do that. That is mustard gas. Yeah. Well, because I thought the toilet cleaner was just more bleach. And I thought I was being really smart. When I tell you it hit, because I put the toilet cleaner in, and then I poured bleach in, and I was looking at it, and then the way it hit me in my face, just the smell, I was like, that's wrong. That's wrong. And so I like ran. I think I flushed it, and I texted my mom, and she's like, open all the windows now. And I was like, like, anyway, I haven't seen the new movie trailer. She warned me about it when I was very young. Oh, I had no warning. Wake you up instantly. It probably damaged me, to be honest, but anyway, I still haven't gotten messaged, so I held my breath and scrubbed the hell of it, flushed, and then turned on the vent and closed the door for toilet stay clean for months after. That's good. But yeah, things you learn. But Kate has PTSD from the trenches in World War One. Kate has PTSD from bleach or whatever. I smell it and I'm like, throw up. Who threw up? I don't like it. Don't like it. But anyway, today, so we're almost at like an hour of streaming, which went by really fast, so that's cool. But I do have a whole lot of stuff that I gotta get done, and I'm still feeling really cruddy and tired. I'm a little irritated my landlord didn't get back to me because all the clothes are on my bed. I don't know where I'm going to sleep. Oh, thank you. I rolled up my sleeves because when I was crying, I wiped off my makeup on my sleeves and I couldn't be bothered to change my shirt. The more you know. Do you need your landlord for? The closet broke. I think I got it from Hot Topic, but it was a while ago. Oh yeah, so I texted my landlord. I did text him. I was like, hey man, closet broke. No worries, but you know, closet broke. And then I was like, also, did you ever hear from the plumbers that dented the wall? Cause the wall is still got holes in it. I haven't heard anything. And then I asked him for like more AC filters, but they still haven't fixed that. Nope. Sure haven't. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. LA living. Hell yeah. Yep. Every day I get closer and closer to wanting to just leave and get a house. But see, that's the thing is like, if I had a house in LA, I think I would be fine. I think I just want a house so I don't have anyone around me, you know? 30 days to fix stuff, keep and everything in landlords fix. What? Well, in this situation, my landlord's not fixing it. It was supposed to be plumbers, but at this point, I think it's supposed to be the landlord at this right now, because he waited a really long time with the plumbers, and it's not my responsibility. It's you know, but anyway, it's also not a good time to buy houses right now. I bought a house and it's nice, but also sucks. Well, is it because you have to pay for everything? Today I had to get a crown on my tooth. Ooh. But hey, that's good though, because now you won't get like a terrible, terrible cavity. I guess more of a terrible, terrible cavity. They have 30 days to fix. If it's not emergent, they have 30 days to fix stuff. What? You mean like the. Oh, you mean the closet. Ew. No, but see, my landlord's a really nice guy, so he's super nice. I'm sure like once he sees the text, he'll be like, hey, can I come tomorrow? And I'd be like, sure, because I clean my house. Around you when you have, where did I have more barking dogs than you and also screaming children? I get that in apartments too, though. It's just there's screaming children, barking dogs, or stomping feet above, below, and next to you all the time. All the time. But anyway, we don't need to worry about that. The only thing I need to worry about right now is coloring and doing some letters and tidying up more. I'm so tired. I gotta put laundry away. Cheese and rice. Stand there and scream for another user? Because I do. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You're acting as if I didn't have a younger brother that's 10 years younger than me. They start screaming like dogs and barking at each other. Yep. Using an alcoholic drink. Oh my god, you're right. I do have wine, but I don't really know if pizza and wine go well together. You're just doing the deed every night. Hey. I've lived in places before where I could. It's kind of funny. You have your neighbors that will call the cops and accuse you of breaking their neighbor's house, or other eventually be fine. Hecate, are you good? Why is cheese tastings everything? That is true. His neighbors are gone. Okay, good. Moment to reset. I can't reset because my brain is like, get it all done, you know. Nice rosé with pizza. What's the thing though? Is like I don't like white wine and I don't like rosé. And like people are like, oh yeah, this pairs really well with this food, or this pairs really well with this food. I can't tell. I like red wine. That's it. You know? Red wine tastes good with what the fuck are food pair? Right, exactly. So it's like white wine goes well with salmon or fish or whatever. It is on point. Oh, thank you. I cried half of it off. But it's also too, I didn't really try a whole lot. That's my other timer, because my tea kettle had hard water spots in the bottom, and so I was cleaning it out with water and vinegar. So I should probably go handle that, but I can wait. We can hit an hour. We got 5 more minutes. Anyway, how are y'all? Have you had a good day? Less than par day? Bad day? What you doing? Pretty bad day? Meh day? Okay, so it's not just me cleaning my makeup brushes today? Nice. Day's been good? That's good. Supposed to get paid, but no. Why didn't you get paid? Cider will make you feel better? What, like, what were they called? Red's Hard? No, that's Red's Orchard? Apple Orchard? Something. I can't feel my foot. I'm trying to put it in my schrock and it's not going in. That's what she said. React to the Mario movie. I'm gonna be honest. I do not care about the Mario movie at all. It's only hyped because of Chris Pratt, because everyone expects him to be bad. I'm sorry, I don't care about the Mario. The only class I've been having to relearn alternative. Oh. Angry Orchard, that's the one. Yes, thank you. Angry Orchard. The first time I tried that, I was like, man, this is like apple juice. This is great. And then I got a little older and I was like, this is like apple juice. Wow, I have a hangover. Haha. So. Anyway. Why are people pronouncing his name wrong? It's, I think it's just an internet joke calling him Mario. Unless it's not an internet joke. Mario. Mayo. Mario Brothers. Yep. Screw Luigi, it's just the Mario Brothers. Angry Orchard sounds like the sequel to Angry Birds. Perhaps. It is pretty good, though. The first alcoholic beverage I ever had was Malibu rum in a peace tea. No, that's a lie. Technically, the first alcoholic beverage I ever had was a Foster's beer, but I was forced to drink it and I cried. And then I was forced to drink like 3 other drinks and I cried. But the first like consensual drink I had was a Malibu rum in a peace tea. It's pretty good. Malibu's okay. Well, I mean, now I'm like older. I'm like, but then I discovered Mike's Hard Lemonades. Those are pretty good. And then I discovered Angry Orchard. And then I discovered Disaronno Sours, which those are still my favorite drink. Can I be with people who forced you? Yes, please. Absolutely. Foster's, yeah, it made me dry heave. It was really bad. Consensual drink, so you and the drink agreed on it? Pretty much. A beverage was a Bacardi 151 mixed it with guava juice. Was that good? Dude, Bacardi Dragonberry is so good though. He was drinking, he got me flat drunk, then he broke out. We're gonna go beat up a lot of people today. Bourbon and Coke used to be... Ooh, dude. Jack Daniels and Coke used to be really good, and then I got sick from it, and then I can't even smell it anymore. And Dormer were doing anything we could hide alcohol, it was alright. Interesting. Dude, sweet I heard it tastes like cough syrup. Oh. I had twisted tea in Canada, didn't I? That got me drunk. Oh, so on the house renting thing of a house in 2019, the furnace went in 2020, you got new shingles 21. Lawn care sucks, snow removal sucks. Yards I can have any size dog, I can have independent, legal to have a yard, I don't have to share with the people I can renovate. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like it's got more positive than negatives to me. First alcohol beverage of wine can't be more French than this. Yeah, well, that's understandable. An Ethernet cable through the vents using RC cars and delivered weed the same way. That's so clever. Have you had your daily dose, Dr. Trevor? Nope. Sure haven't. Because I need to go to the grocery store, but I'm too tired to go to the grocery store now. But I can order a pizza. Oh, we hit an hour. Okay. Maybe I can add that to my list. My checkout list. Anyway, I'm gonna go order a pizza and potentially a Dr. Pepper. Thank you for coming to my bad day, sad day stream. Made me feel a little bit better. To Ethernet cable was because one guy was running a naughty. Oh. Well. It's the idea of it was cool. But tomorrow we'll have, you know, if everything goes well, we'll have our first part to the sponsored stream. And then we'll just wing it, see how it goes. Picture of pizza on the Instagram. I'll if I remember, I'll put it on my story. But anywho, I'm gonna go probably take everything off of the Facebook Marketplace. I did one. I feel like that's good enough. You know, the rest can just... I'm sure people will like it at Goodwill. You know, I just figured maybe it'd be cheaper if they went through me and like it'd go to a good place, but I'm really stressed out, so maybe not. Maybe not. But thanks for coming to the stream today. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll have all this fixed behind me tomorrow so it'll look cool. But for the most part, this is where we're at. So, eBay, you own a printer? Yeah, but then you have to take it to the P.O. box and then you have to ship it. It's just a lot. You know? It's easier just being like, you know? Anyway, thanks for coming to the stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a fantastic day. Okay, bye.